Fertilizer prices at the international markets are expected to remain higher for the rest of 2021, and that has already seen a hike in Rwanda. Could the first fertilizer manufacturer change the trend? On the line is Muaz Ilelah, the Business Relations Manager for Africa at Rokosan Limited. Thank you so much for making time to speak to us today, Muaz. We're saying Rokosan is establishing the first fertilizer plant in Rwanda, all the way from Central Europe. Why Rwanda in particular?
Thank you very much for having me here today on your show. First of all, my name is Muaz, and one of the market managers here in Rokosan. Mainly, I'm focusing on African continents, or specific in African countries. Before we get to that, I will give a brief introduction of the company. The Rokosan company, actually, it's an organic liquid fertilizer producers in Europe, or based in Slovakia to be more specific. The company actually has been well established in Latin America, Europe, Africa, and in Asia as well. Well, the main reason why we have decided actually to expand into the global market, into African continent, or to be more specific, to be Rwanda. The reason being is that, based on our knowledge, Rwanda currently does not have the high capacity in terms of producing sufficient fertilizer in the country. Most of the figures that we actually conducted or the study, the figures or most of the quantities are actually being imported from other countries or from the neighboring countries. So based on this fact, Rokosan has decided to reach or take our business into Rwanda, to be more specific, to start producing the products down in the country. This is not just actually to sell the products, but also our aim is that to produce employment, self-sufficient to the country in general overall.
Yeah, the company is set to construct a factory in the industrial park at Bugesera district that will produce organic fertilizer. Just give us details of the investments and the production plan.
Currently we were last month or a few weeks ago, in less than a month, we were actually in Rwanda, where we met with a few ministers, Minister of Industry, Ministers of Agriculture, and so on. We have a very fruitful discussion, and they have shown their backing towards our project in the country. Currently, the figure of the investment to build the factory in Rwanda is estimated at around 21 million euros. As you have mentioned, the main plant will be situated in Bugesera. I don't know if I pronounced that right, in Bugesera. The construction of the company, as we speak, has already actually been laid foundation. So we are looking to be completed in the second quarter of 2020 as we speak, and the production plant will be producing estimate of about maybe 80,000, between 80,000 to 500,000 liters of organic fertilizer.
Yeah, how big would you say the market is and the demand is here in Rwanda, or are you also eyeing other markets outside of the country?
That's a very tricky question to be more specific on that, because the reason being why we are targeting the Rwandan market, as I've stated, the demand is quite high, and the country itself does not have the capacity to produce the sufficient amount to capacitate the farmers. So, and the raw material is actually there in abundance in Rwanda. As I've mentioned, we're utilizing organic animal waste, such as feathers, hooves, horns. So we found out that those actually raw materials are there on the ground in Rwanda in high amounts, but they are not being processed as they should be. So we are going to get into the country, start producing our products, and utilize those animal waste into organic liquid fertilizer to create a safe environment to the farmers and to the society as well.